What's up, folks? This is Crypto with James talking to you today about Netvrk. This is a fairly low cap metaverse based project. They've been making some substantial moves in terms of the partnerships that they've got. Uh, Recently, people are able to mint land and transport, so I'm expecting that we're going to start seeing sales on OpenSea regarding this. It's one where I think there's potential room for real growth in this project. Before I get into it, as always, I update the spreadsheet first. These are the first 26 coins I spoke about in the channel that I thought would just absolutely rocket up during this bull cycle. Had you invested $100 to each one when I released the videos and you're still holding all that crypto, you'd be in profit for over $73,000. I don't hold these anymore. In fact, if you want to see what I hold, come check out Copy My Crypto. We've had some incredible wins over 2021, whether it was long-term investments that appreciated incredibly well, whether it was quick flips that were getting 8x's, 10x's, 18x's, or whether it was airdrops that were just hugely profitable. It was an awesome year, and 2022 is going to be even better. If you want to be a part of that, make those gains, match those gains, then come check it out. The link is in the description, guys. Right, Netvrk. So, Netvrk is going to be a metaverse game. They've actually been selling land and transports for the game for a while. Official minting began effectively in the last 24 hours, as you can see here. They are partnered with an enormous amount of projects, from Kingdom of Dwarves, Pax World, Meta Fighter. They're just a few. If you actually look at the actual ecosystem around Netvrk at the moment, the partners are enormous. These are just the partners for the project. Staggeringly high amount. And to be fair, they're partnered with damn near every blockchain. They've got massive investors as well. This is a project that's, going to be a long-term sort of approach. They're looking at a true metaverse. They highlight the problem that we're seeing in the space. So, particularly with regard to virtual reality. So that's their focus right now. Now, they've also said that there are entry issues, so high standards and complex conditions for the average user in terms of content creation, and there's an expensive cost for app creation, and there's also an absence of monetization options. So there's a lack of ways for people to monetize activities within VR or mainstream industries to capitalize within the industry. So this is something that they've actually discussed the solutions for. So this is going to be a social VR platform. So you're going to have creation tools and infrastructure, which allows people to monetize the virtual reality, whether it's that they're monetizing their virtual land, whether it's that they're monetizing their transport by renting it out to users. There's going to be an unlimited potential for growth here. That's their whole idea. So users at all levels can create VR worlds and apps. You're not going to need technical knowledge. Users can create compelling VR content for business or pleasure with Netvrk's unique editor. And like I said, all VR users will benefit. With all of our VR under one roof, businesses will be able to capitalize via numerous means of monetization. And in the same way, individuals will rent out your land, rent out your transports. Virtual reality is a market that is certainly going to grow over time. Netvrk wants to be at the forefront of that. In fact, if you look at global augmented and virtual reality markets, was around 26.7 billion by 2018. The prediction is $814 billion by 2025. That is a staggering growth. And if Netvrk can take even a tiny market share of that, the potential for this to run in price is fairly dramatic. They've also got network staking. And the staking, as you can see, the short term 20 APY is 20%. That's not bad. Long term, you're looking at 60%, which, you know, again, these were pretty good in the first sort of phases or the first rounds. So now they've done 5 rounds of it. So obviously the APY has dropped, but it's still pretty bloody good. This is one where I can see being integrated with so many different games wanting and ending up integrating with the Netvrk ecosystem, because we've sort of seen it with stuff like Sandbox. To be fair, you know, we've seen like a number of different crypto projects linking with Sandbox. This is going to be the same principle with Netvrk. You know, it's listed in a few different places. You can buy it. Let's just get this up on the market. So KuCoin, Uniswap. KuCoin is obviously the main place to go. I can see this one also ending up on Binance down the line. They've got, you know, and there's a lot to be excited about with Netvrk. You know, the gaming ecosystem, they're going to have an NFT marketplace. Of course they are. You know, the amount of NFTs that are going to be integrated within the game, you know, your land, your transport, they're just 2 things. And there's going to be, probably down the line, there'll be characters. There's going to be ad space that people can buy and generate, a form of passive income. You know, there's a lot of assets within the game as well. This is one where, when this game launches, I think there's going to be a real run on this. Not only in terms of the amount of use, I think the users are going to increase in this fairly fast. I can see this ended up being one of the most popular games in the space down the line. You know, it's got a market cap of 80 million right now, and that is without a functioning game up and ready to run. So there's a lot where the potential is there for this to run in price, as long as the game works well. The more people that utilize and use the game, the more success it's going to have. You know, this is something I touched upon with Axie Infinity down not that long ago, when it was around $2. I was saying that actually they've had such staggering growth in users, the price was bound to appreciate. This will be one of those where you want to monitor how many people are using it, because the more people that start using it, the more the price down the line will appreciate. And I think there's a lot of potential here for this one. And if you got in early on land sales, you're going to have done very well, because we've seen the success of land sales in your Decentraland, your sandboxes. So, you know, if this ends up being one of the most played games in the space, the land will then, you know, you'll have probably got land at bargain prices compared to what you're going to end up selling it for. So this is a really intriguing one. I don't see why this wouldn't end up being a $500 million project once the game is up and running, and once people are able to actually see the value of the ecosystem around it, and when the partnerships that they've got start being implemented into the game. A $500 million market cap seems very reasonable. And from where it is now, that's about 7x, which seems more than achievable. And to be honest, it's probably an understatement if it ends up being a massively popular game. You know, $1 billion market cap is what you would expect, especially with the iterations of the various iterations of the game that will be produced as a result of partnerships with other games. Yeah, very intriguing one. Very intriguing one. That's it for me anyway. Hope you're all keeping well. Want to check out or keep on your radar. If you're new to crypto, come check out Copy My Cryptos, where I share my portfolio. We've had an awesome 2021. 2022 is going to be even better. Some quick flip opportunities. There's some airdrop opportunities. There's plenty knocking about. And if you want to match the gains of the members, myself, then you want to come check it out. Something that I keep reiterating is the bear cycle will come. The bear cycle cometh. And whether or not that's going to be 6 months down the line or what, altcoins are going to retrace 80-90%. There's going to be top tier projects, true altcoin gems that are going to be hugely undervalued. I've got a list of coins that I think over the next 4 to 10 years are going to be absolute titans. I'm going to be watching how they develop, who they onboard, partners and developers, and how much they retrace, and when I think they can do a 40, 50, 100, 200x like Phantom. I'm going to be sharing them in the Copy My Crypto members. So if you want to be a part of it, check it out. The link is in the description.